Hello everyone, my name is Sumit. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video, we are going to discuss about a very brilliant attacking game played by Alexei Shirov in the Jobava London. And his opponent was Qd5 Naiditsch, again a Latvian player. And let's look at the game. It's a very fantastic, crushing game, the Jobava London by Alexei Shirov. So let's start. Shirov starts with d4 and knight f6, and Shirov plays knight c3. Naiditsch plays d5 and bishop to f4, the Jobava London system. A6 and e3, and Naiditsch plays b5, one of the fashionable lines in this Jobava London system, with a6 and b5. There are other moves as well, like c5 is possible, and also e6 is possible, where white continues with g4. I'll share the video in these lines, but for today we'll stuck to this b5 line. The idea is to put a bishop on b7 and later attack the center with c5 break, taking a pawn on e6. See the structure black is going to play. So white continued naturally. The main move is actually h4, which is a very interesting idea, the Jobava spirit. And Botnik and Naiditsch, the late Daniel Naiditsch, used to play a3 in this. So Shirov, the old players, the generation who were they taught in the classical style, Shirov generation players and earlier players like to develop their pieces before they commit to the pawn moves. H4 is the idea of H4 is actually introduced by Stockfish, or I think Pila 0 or Alpha 0, I'm not sure. The engines play this to gain space on the king side, but humans like to develop their pieces faster. Or in this line, you can play knight to e5, which I play. I've seen some games like this. Or you can play a3. But I think c5 is also possible by black in this variation. Another method to play is to play e6, bishop d3, and bishop b4. So there are a few games in this club. But coming back to the game, black played bishop to g4, and white played h3, very natural move, and black took on f3. It was possible to move the bishop to 5, but then the g4 getting more, hitting the bishop and gaining more. So bishop takes h3, bishop takes f3 was played. Bishop takes f3, queen takes f3, and here e6 was, and white continues with g4 and c5. Very natural human reaction, striking in the center. But I think better was to play bishop to b4, hitting the knight. In the Jobava London, the knight on c3 is kind of misplaced compared to other d4 openings, where white plays c4 as well to gain space in the center. And the knight, the c3 knight is actually a defensive piece which controls the key squares and which facilitates or prepares the move e4 later in the game, opening up the game, and to get the dynamic position. So bishop b4 was, I think, much better. A lot of Jobava London systems, bishop b4 is actually a problematic move. That's why the top players who play the system, like Botnik or the late Naiditsch, used to play a3, and even Jobava used to play a3. It is a very nice move. Okay, here Naiditsch played c5, and white continued with g5, hitting the knight, and then goes to d7, and now there are many continuations actually. The most critical one is knight to d5. Very good move. There's knight sacrifice according to the spirit of the Latvian chess school of chess. Shirov's kind of moves. Shirov cannot hold himself back playing this kind of. He hits the pawn on d5, creating an imbalance, and engine approves it because white gets 2 pawns and the black's pieces will be kind of cramped after the sacrifice because takes d5, queen takes d5. The rook on a8 is such an attack and it has to move. Space 7, white plays long castle. h4 is also possible, but long castle is a very natural continuation. c4, trying to close the position, and h4, trying to get more space on the inside. Queen e7, trying to play on the queen side and trying to hold the position up and try to exchange queens as well. h5, knight b6, hitting the queen, queen f3, and knight d7. Black wants to develop its pieces because you see the bishop on f8 and queen, bishop on the rook on h8 are not participating in the game, which justifies the sacrifice made by Shirov because all white pieces are participating in the attack and black pieces, some of the pieces, the rook on a7 is also not participating. So here, white played queen c6, playing this knight, and black played queen d8 because queen e7 was, I don't think it was a good. So I thought bishop e7 and trying to castle better, but castling was also a problematic strategy because white gets many attack. So white is better, I think. Changes is 1.5 point ratio. Bishop h3, activating the last piece. Queen and c3 was played, trying to create imbalance, trying to create some kind of a distraction or diversion. And here Shirov was wrong. He played g6, very natural move by white. Not bad, but it was better to take on c3 because black has no moves. But then this is how Shirov plays. C takes b2 check and king to b1 and knight queen f6. Knight takes of b, and white plays d5 and queen takes c6 is not recommended because then one takes c5, one takes c6, and where does the knight move? Knight moves to f6, then knight moves to f6, and then c7 is actually crushing. So e8 is coming, and I can try rook a8, so this is not possible. So white, black didn't take the queen. Played knight c, knight to c4, and this is actually a blunder. The idea was to play knight to c3 check, but this fails to queen c8, and black had to resign because after king e7, d6 check is curtains, knight takes d6, bishop takes a. So a very beautiful attacking game by Shirov. Hope you enjoyed this video and the game by Shirov. This is how you attack the Jobava. I'm happy to see the previous generation players trying out the Jobava London and trying to understand the attacking potential. So hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time.